General tires are race-proven for high-performance handling. Get a set of Generals today and own the road tomorrow. And welcome back to Driver's Talk. Rick Titus, Jay Dalton, and Spencer Crick. Our special guest, which we teased at the front of the show, is in studio now, Scott Johnson. Thank you for being here.
You bet.
Scott was an enthusiast that we chose to go through SpeedVegas. If you do not know what SpeedVegas is all about, and we love the folks over there, it's a facility wherein you can drive expensive exotic cars, and I might add, quite rapidly on their own racetrack. From there, you can go drifting with a kid that looks like he just left his PlayStation to go do it. And then you can go off-roading in a race truck, one of which won the Baja 1000 just 2 years ago. And they're just now getting their Polarises side-by-sides, and they'll now have a side-by-side trail as well. In fact, you can even rent the race trucks to run the 500 if you want to. So all that said, Scott, we had breakfast before you went, and you made the gross error of trying to tell me, no, that Lamborghini is going to be way better than a Ferrari. We'll start with the Huracan. That's our first footage.
I have to say I was really a little intimidated by the car. There's a lot of instructions, very rigorous and very detailed in terms of, showing you the track and what the different colors of cones are for, just getting the rules down pat. And then we were good to go. And then I had my own personal instructor in all the three cars. His name was Ricky.
Yep.
And he was just the best.
The intensity of the situation, when you're put behind that wheel and you start down that track and you think, oh, well, I'll just take a leisurely lap just to learn the thing. No, it's foot on the gas, you're
don't
going.
Get that.
Right? So how intimidating was that?
I mean, I said this over and over again when I was driving. It's like, what was that, And I'm trying to think about that. And then the next thing comes, and then I was thinking about that, and it's just like, it's just completely overwhelming. Just kind of settle in, try to coax as much out of the car as possible.
I mean, by lap 3, you were starting to go pretty good. You really were.
It was a lot more comfortable.
Talk about getting in the Ferrari, brand new Ferrari 488.
And it was revelatory. It was beyond any expectation I could have had about what it is and what it could deliver, and I felt immediately at home. It was delightful.
See, that's interesting to me that you got comfortable in that car that fast.
Yeah.
There's something about the way the
I
seat
can't
fit or the layout
explain
or what?
it, but the sound too.
Oh,
the
yeah.
sound. And I've only driven a handful of mid-engine cars and never fast like that. So the Lamborghini, it's like this big thing, but the Ferrari, it felt much lighter, like a go-kart for sure. And it just went. You just think, and then it goes.
And you let it fly, didn't you?
The last lap was my top speed, and it was 152. And then, I am not joking, I did not see how we were going to end well. I couldn't see how the car could come out of it. So he says, brake hard, downshift. And then it just went bloop into the turn.
You went very quickly in it. I told you at breakfast, you're going to go 150 miles an hour today. And I'm not
You
sure
called it.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah.
152.
You went over the Porsche. I know you had a level of apprehension.
I wouldn't say apprehension. I would say I had a 911 at one point, and I found that car to be frustrating just for me. But this thing is completely different, obviously. It's completely different. I had no idea what I was getting into, and it was amazing. My fastest lap time was in the Porsche. The rear wheels steer. And it's other freaking worldly. I can't describe
Now
it.
that I have not experienced, so I have no idea. Did it help you turn the car in?
In a way that I wouldn't have anticipated. It just kept going and going and going and going, and the grip never stopped.
And it still wasn't your favorite, even though you went quickest in it.
No.
The Ferrari is still the one you'd go back to.
Oh, yeah.
We go inside to the PlayStation where this kid that looks to be 12
This is just out of control.
What an amazing drift driver. They bolt you in the passenger seat of this in a small area. I asked the kid, so you're doing this in second gear? And he goes, oh, no, third, deep into third. But the speeds, given the size of the area, and that's, I've always said, the significance of speeds is linear to the amount of room you got to do it in. There's not a lot of room over there. And he was hauling buns.
Well, I couldn't really tell. I was just like flying here and there and hither and yon.
There were times as a spectator we couldn't see you because you disappeared in the smoke. But that kid still had his boot in it, man.
In the smoke, yeah. He did not let up.
He is damn good at what he does.
Indeed.
I see why they trust him to do it because he gets very close to things. Okay, so now we go to the off-road. which I know you had no idea what to anticipate there.
I had a four-wheel drive vehicle a long, long time ago, and I used to go out in the desert. Not like this. This thing is crazy. All the weight's in the back.
Yeah, the engine's all the way. I mean, it's like a Porsche with a four-cylinder hanging back
It's
there.
super light. It has these the suspension that goes woof, way, way down.
We saw 4 feet of air underneath your vehicle a number of times while you were driving.
He was a good coach, just like Ricky was a good coach. It was really, really great. Very, very patient. Really quite different than anything I'd ever tried before.
22 inches of suspension travel. The thing set down pretty nice because you were up there.
Yeah, he was able to, get me to overcome a little bit my hesitation, and, off we went, yeah.
This guy has won the Baja, for crying out loud.
Insane. It was
All
really
right,
cool.
we go to Speed Vegas. Again, I told you the facility was going to be stunning, and it really is, isn't it?
First class all the way.
Isn't it first class? I
great.
totally agree.
I can't wait to go back, and I know exactly what I would do.
Oh, I know exactly. Well, there you have it. Hey, stick around because coming up, our segment called Hit the Gas or Sniffing Gas.